Hey guys, what's up? It's Dark Mech here, and a bit of a different video today than I usually do. I just wanted to do a video to check in with you all pretty much on how I was finding Legion and to find out how you are liking Legion, or if you are not liking Legion, why. I've been wanting to make this for a while, but I kind of wanted to wait until that new shiny feel wore off and we kind of got settled into the expansion and our characters and things like that. So how are you finding it? Personally, I am absolutely loving it. I thought the leveling was fantastic. I could not fault the launch, to talk about that quickly. On WoD, on Frostmourne last time, we had around anywhere from 1 to 3 hour queues to get on the server at the start. We had everyone would have had emergency maintenance at 3 a.m. We had lag issues. It was an absolute clusterfuck of a launch. Legion, no lag, no emergency maintenance, no queues. So absolutely hats off to Blizzard for the Legion launch. They sold 3.3 million copies of Legion on the first day, which is massive. And you kind of wonder if this is going to steer the numbers back to maybe what we used to see. I know we kind of, the thought pattern was around 4 million players were still actively playing the game. Hopefully this will start to push player numbers back up. I think the expansion is certainly a return to that sort of old WoW glory. Whether you agree with that or not, it's entirely personal opinion, but I am really enjoying it, and I very much hope this is kind of the thing that starts to really drive WoW back up. For me, the zones have been real standouts. The two that I've really enjoyed are Val'sharah and Suramar. I thought the quest story in Val'sharah was simply amazing. And Suramar, I'll admit, I hated Suramar at the start. I thought it looked really fucking fantastic, but I hated the quests. I've really, really fallen into the Nightfall story. I think it is a fantastic, written out sort of quest arc and story. The city, the design, the look and feel of it is, it's like nothing else. It's got to be one of the best things they've ever designed in WoW for a zone. And I'm just really enjoying that side of it. The class pruning obviously had a huge impact when it first came in. Did this cause you to swap mains? For me, I was pretty much dead set on going Brewmaster. Then the pruning came out, and I really did try and like it. I tried to go, the sky isn't falling and all that. I just couldn't get into the Brewmaster. I was then dead set 100% going Demon Hunter, and didn't like Demon Hunter as much as I thought I would, and I went to Blood DK, and then an hour before the launch, I thought, fuck it, I'm going to play my Prot Warrior. So did you have a similar sort of story and thing, or have you always been the one class and that's what you'll stick through and through? Or did it cause you to change the pruning? But it seems like everyone has really settled into it now, and there's sort of, everyone hates change, but the forums have certainly cooled their J's in regards to all that hate, which is great to see. I've had a lot of conversations with people around the artifact weapons. And I want to know what you guys are feeling, or how you guys are feeling about the artifact weapons. A lot of people I spoke to originally didn't like them. They didn't like the fact that bosses wouldn't drop weapons. They didn't like the fact that they felt major glyphs and things like that had just been replaced with the artifact tree. I really like the way they set out artifacts. I think they did a great job with artifacts. I think it rewards you for playing that class longer, that specialization longer, and pouring more time into it. The artifact is going to take forever to fucking fill out as let's say a normal person. I'm at level 18 at the moment on the artifact, and I am really starting to notice that artifact power grind. There'll be people out there who are already smashing well ahead, and that's great to them. But for me, I see it as something that's made for an expansion long sort of investment. It's not supposed to be done in 2 months and I'm done. It's going to be something I am doing throughout the entirety of Legion. Gearing up, I want to talk about quickly. I don't want to say gearing up in this expansion has been too easy, but by a country fucking mile, it has been the easiest expansion to gear up in. World quests, I think, are fantastic. They are a great way to get people continually out into the zones and into the world and running around and interacting. However, it is extremely easy to gear up. There's no, and don't get me wrong, it's not a bad alternative. I think it's great that you can skip normal dungeon, heroic dungeon, go straight into Mythic Dungeons, just pretty much by running around doing world quests. But whether or not they made it too easy or not, I'm interested to hear your thoughts. I'm 847 at the moment, and I've been quite lucky with mythic drops and things like that, but a lot of them just came from world quests. As my item level went up, my world quest rewards went up, just kept running around doing them. On the topic of legendaries, have any of you seen one yet? Have any of you been lucky enough to get one? If you have, fuck right off. I have not seen anyone with one yet. None of my friends have got one. A couple of people have linked it in trade chat and said that they've got one, but whether or not that's bullshit or not, I don't know. If you don't know, the highest percentage chance to get a legendary drop, which are all obviously extremely low percent drops, come from the emissary quests, and this is just what I've been told and what I've read, so don't shoot me if I'm wrong. The emissary quests are the 4 quests you get for the certain faction, so you complete the 4 quests for that set faction which is on your map, you go and hand it in and you will get a loot box. So that is supposed to be the highest chance to get your legendaries. There are also groups going 840, 845 plus already on our server as well for heroic instance farming, but honestly, who can be fucked with that? The new dungeons. So again, I've had mixed chats with people about this. At the start of beta, when I first started off, I really enjoyed the new dungeons. Sitting back and thinking about them now on live, I personally don't think they had as much impact as the WoD dungeons had on me going into them for the first time with the Legion ones. So for me, Vault of the Wardens and Halls of Valor are really standouts. At the start, I didn't actually like Halls of Valor. But I have come to really appreciate that dungeon and just that it's a bit different. Vault of the Wardens just has a really cool vibe to it. I really enjoy what they did with Vault of the Wardens, and even the fights in there I quite enjoyed. The rest though were a little bit lackluster, and again, just my opinion, compared to those same kind of feels that I had when I went into the WoD 5-mans for the first time. My 2 favourite dungeons have to be Archway and Quarter Stars. Quarter Stars was really different. I think Blizzard again did a fantastic job bringing that Nightfall and story to life through that dungeon, especially in the Quarter Stars. And it was just different, so I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the fact that when I did Archway for the first time, that the trash just continues to blow you the fuck up. And I think Blizzard got a really good mix with those dungeons, and I think it was a really good idea to leave them as mythic as well. They're obviously locked behind the storyline and the quest line, and the 8k rep you also need. But I think, again, a really smart move to keep people diving into Suramar. And as I said, I didn't like Suramar very much at the start. Going through all that, I've come to really appreciate Suramar and get into that story, and I actually really enjoy Suramar now, and it's probably thanks to doing that towards those 2 dungeons. The last thing I want to bring up is Chris Metzen leaving. This is massive. So Chris Metzen was the chief storyteller for Blizzard and VP for 23 years. So he started off at Blizzard as an animator, I believe, when they were just a small business. He's now been there all the way from small to big bank. And it is going to leave a massive hole at Blizzard. And I think he has done a absolutely fantastic fucking job. He's the chief story writer for Warcraft, Diablo, and StarCraft. And I have loved all of those games, and he has done an amazing job. He's retiring at 42, which is, hats off to you, you lucky bastard. But it is going to leave a huge set of shoes to fill at Blizzard. With this, when I was thinking about this, and I'm only putting this in there for conversation-wise, I personally think the games will continue along fine. But will this have an impact in regards to the story quality that we get in regards to World of Warcraft, Diablo, and StarCraft? I'm pretty sure there would have been a whole lot of people involved with him in writing these stories, and we really won't notice much of a change. But when I do think of Blizzard, I do think of Chris Metzen, and I think of Green Jesus, who Chris Metzen voiced, and I'm sure he voiced other characters, but the big one I know him for is Green Jesus, and I couldn't be bothered reading anything about him. But he was amazing for gaming. He was amazing for Blizzard, so he will be really missed. And whether or not that brings about any change or not, we'll just have to wait and see. But as I said, I don't think it will. So that is pretty much it, guys. As I said, it's kind of a pointless video, but I honestly wanted to make a video to have a conversation with you guys and find out what you're enjoying, what you're hating, if you've had any issues, what you think about Legion. Do you think Legion will be the thing to kind of return WoW to its former glory? Let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe as always, and I will see you all next time. See you guys.